Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. It is time for my TBR game, Joke's on Me. This is round 2, episode 3. I already did those card flips and I know that this is going to be a long episode, so I'm going to send you over to those and then let you know what I plan on reading for this episode here. Okay, hello. It is time for more card flips, and I feel like this is always my opportunity to tell you what I've been snacking on lately. So my game piece today is a Cheez-It. I am on the NetGalley prompt right here, and we were trying to make it down here to short book. So there's possibilities here. Let's see how we go. I also don't think that I've flipped a card that lets me haul a book yet this round, so usually I feel like I get quite a few of them. Let's flip 3 cards, see what I get. A 6. A 6 I split 3 and 3, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, most popular, 1, 2, 3, and do someone's last 5-star. So I have to see if somebody has rated something 5 stars in like the last couple days that I want to read, or that hopefully I own. A 2. This one's gonna make me read a lot of books because I go 1, 2, and I do the prompt twice, so I need to read 2 sequels. Hopefully this card is not gonna make me read a book. And a 4, so I go backwards 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a new to me author. So this is going to be a chunky episode. Let me go figure out what I want to read and I'll be right back with you. So first off, I got most popular, and for that I am going with Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This has over 1 million ratings, which is very high, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. This has been sitting on my TBR for a very long time, so I'll be happy to get this read. Also, it was a book of the month when? June of 2021. So yeah, it's time for this to happen for me. Next, I got someone's last 5-star, and I got very lucky because I found someone who had a 5-star of something that was on my shelf, and it was Ashley from Ashley's Reads. I'll link her down below, but I'm going with Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This might be admitting to you how long this episode is taking me by the fact that this was her last 5-star, but it was at the time of filming this. Then I got sequel that I need to do twice, and so I chose 2 sequels. I chose It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas. This is technically a book 2, but it's the 3rd book in the series because there was a book 0. So this one, and then I picked up Things We Hide from the Light. I really just need to get this off of my list because it's so big I keep avoiding it. So I chose this, and then for the last 2 books here, I'm gonna sneak in some book club books that I need to get to. So for new to me author, I'm gonna go ahead and read Slewfoot by Brahm. This is the Shelf This book club pick for the month of August. That will have long passed by now, so I will try to remember to link the live show for this down below, but I'm doing this for new to me author. And then for the My Choice book, I am going to read the nonfiction book for the month of September for the Junie B. Jones read along. So every other month with the Junie B. Jones book, we actually pick a nonfiction and read it. And so for the month of September, we're reading The Other Significant Others, Reimagining Life with Friendship at the Center. And so I'm going to throw this one in there as well as my choice, just to make sure I'm getting to the things that I need to be getting to. So with that being said, off I go to reading. I'll let you know what I decide to start first and check back in. Okay, I did decide to, of course the air conditioning is going to turn on right as I sit down to film this. Oh well, you're going to hear the air conditioning a little bit probably. But I did decide to start with Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm like not quite halfway, but I feel like a lot has happened already. Mostly, I know that this book is working towards like this big party that the Riva siblings, specifically Nina, are throwing. There's 4 of these siblings, and they are the children of a famous rock star, Mick Riva. And Mick Riva has been featured in other Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, and so like a lot of her books are subtly interconnected, but these kids were mostly raised by their mother June, and so I feel like I have now reached like a pivotal point in the backstory of this family, and that we're probably about to switch towards learning more about what's going on with this party. I know the book is supposed to be centered around the party. We have not had much about the party other than they're mentioning that it's going to happen tonight. So we're getting like 2 timelines that are flashing back to like Mick and June getting to know each other, and then like current timeline, them getting ready for this party. But we're definitely getting more of the previous timeline in the first half of the book, and I feel like we are about to start to get more, or just almost only the current timeline. So I'm liking it so far. I do really like Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing style. I've read a lot of her books, not only like the ones that fall into this, like I consider Daisy Jones and the Six, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and like this in the same like era, but I've also read a lot of her, like I've read One True Loves, I've read, what other ones? Like a few of the other ones from like her before era. So I'm really just kind of wondering though, like at this point, what the point of this book is going to end up being, but I trust Taylor Jenkins Reid to deliver, so I really just need to continue. I do feel like it's going kind of slow for me. Like I said, I'm on page 166 out of like 360 or something, and I feel like I've read enough that it should be a whole book, and I'm not even halfway. So that's probably just a me in this stage in my life, this moment in my life situation. But yeah, also I may end up in this specific vlog, this might be the vlog in which I leave my dad's house here and get into our new house. I'm not sure yet. I'm not confident I can read all these books beforehand. Huck's probably just gonna sit here and cry because my dad is outside mowing. But here is the part of the house that we're actually living in. My toddler's bed is just in the middle of like this living room space down here, and like all of our stuff. And then these doors is a bedroom with a bathroom attached, so we have this whole space. In front of me here there's like some couches. It's been good, it's been fine. We are finally leaving. Today is Sunday and we move into our new house on Friday. So here's the situation where we've been. I have finished 2 books. So I did end up finishing Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave this 4.5 stars. I do think that like there were points that were a little slow, but I did rate the characters very high and the writing very high, while giving like plot and logic a little lower. I overall just am a really big fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think this probably is not one of my favorites by her, but it fits in to the group so well that I am left feeling like good, happy thoughts about this. I hate Mick Riva, the dad of like the family that we're following here, but again, I think that's the point. So 4.5 stars, that was a very good one. And then actually before I finished that one, yesterday I finished Slewfoot. So Amy, I love you, but Amy accidentally scheduled or thought that we had discussed doing the live show on Saturday instead of Sunday, and so I in like a day and a half just had to read this whole book. And so I did. It was no big deal, but that's why I didn't come and check in with you. Overall, I didn't actually really end up liking this one. It was not set out to be something that I like, but that is the point of the Shelf This Book Club, is to try things out of my comfort zone. And so for what this was, I thought the writing was really good, and it did enough to like keep me engaged. I know what happened. Sometimes when I'm not vibing with a book, it's just like I can't even follow the story. I was able to like follow what was happening here. Hi. Can I finish talking what I'm talking? Bye. Chris is home apparently, but I was able to like follow this story. I just think overall it was not something I'm really interested in. It is like a witch trials book, which I didn't really realize that, which is probably silly of me, but I know that I don't like that setting. And then like I also don't really like creature things, and there's creatures in this. Other people would enjoy this more than me if it's something that you actually think you'd be interested in. So this is gonna end up butting up to Squash That series. So a lot of the other books I have set here are sequels that I'm hoping I can just like combine, do for Squash That series, do for this jokes episode. So we'll see how that ends up working. But I guess it's time to move on with my day. We need to clean and start packing up this stuff now. So off I go. It is time. I'm in our new house and I'm gonna just quickly walk you around. I'll probably give like more details with our stuff in here. So everything you're seeing in here, we have not brought a thing in here, except I have some bags on the counter in the kitchen. We bought a fully furnished house. So everything that exists here, decorations, furniture, we got from the sellers. We did pay some money for them to leave it furnished. But yeah, this is what we're walking into this weekend. And so here's the house. We're so excited to have more space for our little family. And here we go. So we have a lovely front door situation here that has this foyer, very nice. To the left is a dining room. You'll see this kind of loops around to something that makes sense. And then our front living room is where the books are going to belong, but a cute, nice size living room here. And then we walk back, there's a closet. Walk back to the kitchen. It is a very nice kitchen. It is not huge. It's really hard to tell on camera, but the fridge is not very big. So that's something we're going to be figuring out how to make that work for a family of 4. But yes, kitchen, very cute. And then this way we have a little shelving situation here and a little hallway that the laundry's in this closet, and then that door goes to our garage. Again, that looped us back to the dining room. Chris is pulling the trailer in. And then we go back this way. There is a second living room to the back here, first with a half bath here, toilet sink situation on the main floor, and our new living room. I wanted this floral couch so bad. That's gonna be getting moved to the front living room, the book room, so excited that we got to keep that. And then we have a nice little backyard situation back here. They left a lot of good stuff for us. We are going to be fencing off the rest of the yard. It's partially fenced right now. But yeah, our back living room. I will take you upstairs. There is a basement. It's actually just like a tiny little like utility basement. It's not furnished at all. I live in Iowa. Basements are usually a thing, but let's head up the stairs. So first I'm going to take you to the right, which is our primary bedroom. A nice, good space. We had a very large bedroom at our old place, and we knew we would probably be sacrificing some space for a master, but I'm very happy with what we ended up with here. A good size closet. They left some shelving and stuff for us. And I'm so grateful that everything is painted neutral so we don't have to do anything right away that we don't want to. In our master bathroom, closet, sinks, toilet, some shelves, and our shower. And so exiting our room, first there's this like weird space that I'm gonna have to figure out something to put here, but we do have the kids' bathroom here. So there's like this shower tub combo here. Not the fanciest unit, but it'll do. We'll probably have to take the doors off to be able to give the kids a bath here. But toilet, sink, hi, there's me. And there's that. Then we have 2 smaller bedrooms. To the right here we have this one. I think we are going to put the crib, the baby's room in here with some nice, decent sized closets in them. They're double closets. Currently empty. Again, some shelving and rods left in those. Another one right across the hall. Bedroom with a little nook. We do have like dormers on the front of the house. So that's what those little cutouts are there. There was one in our bedroom as well. And then this is going to be kind of Mabel's double room. We're going to do this as the kids' playroom. We're going to set everything up in here with their toys and everything. And then this will be her bedroom. We're hoping that the girls will eventually share this room. It does have double closets, so once Betty is out of her crib, we're hoping that they'll be able to share this space, leaving us with 2 extra rooms, which is super nice. So there is our new house. I need to get moving. Chris is probably annoyed that I'm doing this instead of starting our moving, so off we go. Let me know what you think. We're so excited to be done with this journey. We own a house again. We have keys. We're moving our stuff in. Good morning. My hair is like really doing something today. But it is now the Tuesday after Labor Day, so we've had a full 3 days to move in. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're sitting in terms of moving, but I need to update you on books. I know in the last clip that I said I was gonna start reading My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, and I actually since then decided to swap out that as my choice with The Other Significant Others by Raina Cohen, mostly because I need to read this for the Junie B. Jones read-along situation. We read a nonfiction every other month, and so I wanted to make sure I was getting this in, and I'm actually really enjoying this. Like, for a nonfiction, it's very well written, very compelling. Like, I'm actively interested in the stories being told and the examples being given in this. It's basically a nonfiction book about like friendships that are like your closest relationships, so friends that are very active in each other's lives, almost mirroring romantic relationships and like partnerships in the form of friends. And then also I did casually start what is this book called? Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is the second book in the Knock 'Em Out series. I started this one because, as we all know, we're approaching Squash That series, and so I figured if I got anything that I needed to read something long, that at least I would have a jump on this. I'm doing my own readathon the incorrect way, I'm pretty sure, and so yeah, I'll get into that in the Squash It series vlog. But that's kind of what I'm reading. I'm not gonna be reading My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry in this vlog anymore. I did film the intro like after deciding that, so you will have never heard of that in the intro, just in that one little clip. But I do want to get to that one soon still. But like I said, it's Tuesday. I'm back off to work today. Chris actually has the week off, so the girls are going to daycare. Chris gets to stay home and do more unpacking and projects. We're getting our Wi-Fi installed today. Things are happening. I need to check in with you, even though my allergies are in full force today, but it is now post Squash That series. So I did finish one book for this Jokes episode during Squash That series, and that was It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I did vlog Squash That series, but I did end up giving this 4 stars, which means that I've given every book in this series so far 4 stars. So a good, solid historical romance read for me, and I'm excited to continue the series. And then yesterday, the Tuesday after Squash That series, I finished The Other Significant Others by Raina Cohen, and I ended up giving this one 5 stars. I think for a nonfiction, this was extremely readable, and I just really enjoyed like the topic at hand. I think that Raina used really good examples to explain what she meant by these like close friendships, and we're really just exploring like really committed friendship and like how you can make lifelong commitments to people other than romantic partners and live your life side by side with people when it's not a romantic relationship. And yeah, I thought this was really good. I'm really excited to discuss this one for the Junie B. Jones read along because one, it's like with my best friends. It's all my best friends who tend to participate in that, so I think discussing friendship will be sweet. I am now currently working on Things We Hide from the Light. I'm like 80 pages into that. It's okay so far, and then all I have left is yours truly. So hopefully I can zoom through the final few books here so I can move on to the next episode. But yeah, trucking along through September now. This is a long episode. I'm now like 365 pages into this book, and I'm really just feeling like it's too long. Like, I'm struggling to care. I don't want to be in a story like this for that long. I have over 200 pages left, and it's quite frankly just too long for a contemporary romance. I also, like, as fall is starting to come upon us, am kind of ready for a switch away from contemporary romance, which isn't good because the last book I had to read for this is also a contemporary romance. But I don't know, I don't see myself, this isn't bad by any means, but I don't see myself rating this very high just because it's unnecessarily long. And I'm also not enjoying the characters as much as I did in the first book. So I don't know, at this point I'm not disliking it enough to like DNF it, but I'm not having the best time. Like, as I'm reading it, it's fine. But I don't like to spend like over a week reading a contemporary romance, just with like my reading schedule and other things I need to get to. So I don't know, that's bad to say because obviously going into something like this I knew how long it was, but that's just kind of how I'm feeling. I also think they're kind of playing this game of like, we don't like each other when it's so obvious from the beginning that they like each other, that I didn't feel like there was really any conflict as to why they couldn't just be together and admit that they like each other. So everything else just feels redundant. Like, we don't need almost 600 pages to decide that you like each other. We could tell on like chapter 2. So yeah, it's Sunday, football season has started, so Chris is going to be watching football and having the girls in this room, so I'm probably going to try to sneak away and just hopefully maybe finish this today. I did the math. If I read 2 chapters every hour, I'll finish by the end of the day, so I'm going to try to stick to that and do that, and so I'll check back in when I finish. Okay, it's the same day, and I did just really power through Things We Hide from the Light today and finish it. I'm ending giving it 3.5 stars because I do think the story was good. It just quite frankly is too long. I do like the little bit of like romantic suspense situation in this. It's a genre I like, but again, just way too long. So now I'm getting ready to start the last book for this vlog, which is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Not sure how far I'll get into this tonight. It is like only 6 o'clock right now, so I do have some time, but you know, there's other things I like to do. There's shows I watch and hobbies I have and other things I do after bedtime other than reading. But first, it is time for bedtime. We just did baths. Big kids still getting a bath, and yeah, kind of proud of myself for reading that much today and finishing that book off. You say hi? Say hello. Hi. Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? I'm now about 40% into Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and I'm really enjoying this one. It's going very quickly. That's only about 2 weekdays worth of reading time, so I'm hoping in 2 more days I can finish it. Usually the second half of a book goes a little faster than the first, but I really didn't know what to expect here. What I had heard about what the tropes of this were, I didn't think it was going to work for me. One, I had heard that it was kind of like rivals to lovers, which I don't think is true. I think this is more fake dating. The premise of this book is basically there's a misunderstanding which is causing this like rivals situation in the beginning, where our main female character, Brianna, thinks that she's competing against this new doctor for like a promotion, and her supervisor basically says like, I brought this guy in, we're gonna extend the length of when someone's going to get this promotion to see if maybe this guy would be a fit. And she's like, why would we need to wait for him? Like, I want the position and you're gonna give him a chance to get it ahead of me for why? And so that's planted by her supervisor, but I think as soon as you start to get to know Jacob, you know that's not the case. Like, he has no malicious intent, and you quickly learn that he's actually a very anxious person. And so as they get to know each other, I'm just really liking it. And so I would say actually the main trope of this book is fake dating, because he has told his family that he has a girlfriend because his brother is marrying his ex-girlfriend, and so he's been telling them that he has this girlfriend so that they think that he's like moved on and okay with this situation. And so throughout the story, Brianna somehow becomes, you know, his fake girlfriend. The other aspect of this book that I'm loving is as they're becoming friends, they're actually getting to know each other by leaving each other letters like at work, and there's just something about a handwritten letter. So I think it's so cute, and I'm really loving this one. I'm happy I am, because I was starting to get a little sick of romance. I've just read a lot of romance through the summer, and this one I feel like was the perfect thing because it's probably going to be a 5-star romance for me, and I think anything else I would have just continued to feel this lull. But yeah, hopefully in the next episode I can read some things that aren't romance. I do know that I need to read one thing for the Shelf This Book Club that is going to be a romance, but hopefully my other card flips can be something else. We're coming into fall. I want thrillers. I want something darker. But I'll try to update you again, hopefully before I finish this, maybe at the like 75%, 80% mark. But so far so good. I'm liking it. I am so happy to report that I had a 5-star romance in yours truly, and I think it's remarkable because rarely do I give like multiple books in a series 5 stars, and Part of Your World and this one were both 5 stars. So I don't know if Abby can knock it out of the park with the next one as well, but I loved this. I will also say I don't usually claim any like book boyfriends, but I would put Jacob on that list. Honestly, the only negative mark I would have for this book is that I didn't really feel like it needed the epilogue, but 10 out of 10. Love this one so much. Which brings us to the end of this episode. So I did bring all the books here to recap what happened, and I feel like I did the point of jokes really well because I own all these books and the point is to be reading my physical TBR down. So let's go back through these. For most popular, I read Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave this 4.5 stars. For someone's last 5-star, Ashley from A Fiction and Fantasy, I read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I gave this one 5 stars. For sequel, I had to do it twice. I read It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas and Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, giving them 4 stars and 3.5 stars. For new to me author, I read Slewfoot by Brahm, and I gave this one 2.5 stars. And for my choice, I switched it up mid-episode, but I read The Other Significant Others by Raina Cohen, which I gave 5 stars. So I got 2 5 stars in this episode. It was counteracted by some 2.5 stars and 3 stars, but overall a great time. I am getting close to the end of the board, so hopefully the next episode will be the last episode of this round. I'll be back with it shortly. So thank you so much for spending some time with me this month. This has been a long episode, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.